that developed around his life and around his teachings and all the rest of it sort of thing, he would have been, he probably was what we today would call a socialist or even a communist. Okay, like that's true, guys. That's facts. The things he pushed for were not getting ahead materially and making tons of money and being materially comfortable and having all you focus on material things. That wasn't his focus. That wasn't what he cared about. That wasn't his understanding of a transformed life and how we could improve the world and improve society. So everything that I have come to understand about this individual out of an entire lifetime of searching about him and trying to understand him and all the rest of it, ever since I was a young kid to now, I mean, the search still continues, guys, clearly indicates to me personally that we today would consider this man a socialist. We would consider him communist, And the first movements, the first groups of people that gathered together that tried to follow his way of living and teaching and understanding things and all the rest of it, they lived communally. They lived as communist people, communally. They lived in large groups, large communal groups. They shared everything together, everything in common. They gave of their own personal wealth to the community, and everybody shared everything equally, sort of thing. That is the basic core essence of communism, And so even within the origins of the religion that would demonize it to know him today, we see the roots, we see the purity of the concept implemented within the foundation of this religion, sort of thing, So there's nothing evil, nothing wrong about it whatsoever. And I personally feel, guys, that be careful here now, almost hour in, okay. I personally feel that Gene himself understood this. When he was forming his vision, his track vision, he grew up in a highly Christian background, no doubt, and all that sort of stuff pumped into his head, like we all did from Christian backgrounds and all the rest of it. And whatever he knew and understood of Jesus, Prince Yeshua, I call him now, the Prince of Peace, and the Prince of Light, the Prince of Love, and all the rest of it. You call him the Prince of many other things as well, if you want to, sort of thing. I think he grasped that concept as well. And so when he was trying to formulate this vision of the future, I think he had pure, proper, undiluted, uncorrupted Yeshua principles. If I can't see Christian principles, what the message of this individual was, this highly enlightened and highly progressive and highly advanced individual for his time, what he was thinking about, what he was talking about, what he was trying to push back then, 2,000 years ago, guys, over 2,000 years ago now. I think Gene understood all that. And so he wanted to incorporate those core concepts, those core principles into some sort of overall vision of the future that could also be entertaining. It had to be entertaining to pull people in and get people hooked on to what he was trying to present, sort of thing. So this was his concept, to set everything several hundred years into the future, talk about how we would be if the whole of humanity became one, which is the Christian message as well, or Yeshua's message, through the spirit of love and being a loving presence in this world, and loving, accepting everybody and tolerating everybody and being good to everybody and loving everybody and enriching society and all the rest of it. This is how we become more unified, and how we build a far, far better future for ourselves down the road, the further we go down that path, guys, So it all ties in majestically, like fabulously, what Gene was envisioning, the pure message of the religion of Christianity, which has become corrupted terribly over the centuries, sort of thing, and these concepts of socialism, communism, and all that, they all tie in together, guys. And He chose to set it all several 100 years into the future, hoping and praying that like 200 or 300 years from now, we would have had enough time to work through all of our crap, our shit, our backwardness, our pettiness, our narrow-mindedness, our small-mindedness, and all the rest of it, that we would have developed, changed, and evolved enough that we would be manifesting all these things throughout the world in another few 100 years' time. And once we began doing those things, guys, we would have been able to create wonders beyond our imaginings right now, sort of thing, you know. So I have said it many, many, many times over, guys. Like, if you get past all the friggin' surface entertainment of track and all the rest of it, the core vision, the core fundamental vision that Gene Roddenberry was trying to get across is that this could very well be our future, or something very, very similar to it, once we began doing certain things first. So again, it's getting rid of backwardness, it's getting rid of pettiness, it's getting rid of small-mindedness, it's getting rid of, like, stop seeing black as being important, stop seeing male and female as being important, stop seeing different political persuasions or whatever as being important. You know, like, stop seeing your religious perspective, you know, your religious community or whatever it may be as being important. Like all these are superficial differences that divide us and tear us apart and pull us down collectively, guys. Collectively, you understand, like as a whole collective species. And so Gene clearly understood that. He was one of the few people that come into this world, you know, with that kind of perspective, that can see all these barriers so clearly and try to formulate a vision of how we could get over these divisions, over these hurdles and so on, so we could create a far, far better world and better future for ourselves in the very, very near future, like just a few 100 years from now, sort of thing, you know. So we look at what's going on in the world right now, guys. Gonna clue up now. Yeah, okay. We look at what's going on in the world right now, guys, and anybody with half grain of sense, guys, knows full damn well we could not need Gene Roddenberry's vision of the future. We could not need the Trek vision and the Trek philosophy more than we need it right now. Right now, over the past few years, I'm going to get emotional again. Over the past few years, guys, with everything we've been seeing going on, all the wars, all the division, all the crap, all the nonsense, all the pettiness, all the mudslinging, all the insults, all the tearing people down, all the lies, all the confusion, all the misrepresentation, all the convoluted nonsense, all the disinformation, all the misinformation. I can go on and on and on, guys. What's been going on in this world over the past couple years or so, roughly couple years in particular, that just makes this vision that Gene Roddenberry had for us, I can't even find the words for how phenomenally important it is for us to keep putting this out there, sort of thing, and focusing on it, and visualizing it, and working toward manifesting it in the very near future. So now I am 60 years of age now, guys. I don't know how much more time I'm going to have left, to be honest with you. I have to start thinking about that sort of stuff now, you know. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have good health. You know, I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to be able to do much of anything, to get any kind of a message out there, to leave anything behind, because I don't really know myself how much time I might have left. I hope I have another good 10 years in me. I hope I have another good 20 years in me. My goal is to live to be 100 and to reach that age in my full health and strength, with my mental faculties completely intact and all the rest of it, sort of thing, having achieved over the next 20, 30, 40 odd years more than I've ever been able to achieve in the past 60 years, 55 odd years or 50 odd years or whatever, sort of thing. That's the hope, that's the goal, sort of thing. Whether it ever plays out that way, I don't know, you know. But the fact that I don't know means that, like, I personally feel the need to see this happening soon, guys, in my lifetime, because I despair so much. It's not even funny. I get depressed so much. Not even stuff's going on with myself personally, but I think about everything that we envision back in the, well, before my time, of course, back in the 60s, back in the 70s, my time, throughout the 80s, 60s, 70s, into early parts of the 80s and all the rest of it, how we would envision the near future, like the year 2000 and onward sort of thing. And what I have seen manifest over the past 25 odd years since the year 2000, and it's like, it couldn't be more different, guys. It couldn't be like more of a contrast, more, it's like, and it's so insanely, phenomenally, mind-numbingly, heart-breakingly depressing to see the hope that we had for the year 2000, the new millennium, and the third millennium, and all the rest of it, and to see the way it's played out over the past 20 to 25 odd years, guys. It couldn't be more different. It couldn't be more stark, from what we envisioned. So it's tough for someone like myself, and I would imagine almost anybody else in my age bracket that lived through all that as well and had those hopes and dreams for the future and so on, it possibly feels similar to the way I feel, sort of thing. So it's a tough time to be alive. It's a tough time to try to keep your spirits up, to keep hoping for brighter days ahead and all the rest of it, because you seem to see so little of it, guys. So it just means that more of us need to get out there, and more of us need to be talking about stuff like this, and more of us need to be pushing these kinds of messages and all the rest of it, because it's needed more than ever. The true message of Prince Yeshua needs to be presented to the world, and the Trek vision needs to be redefined, repackaged, and just really pushed out there big time. And we just need to overall capture a better vision of future, guys. Collectively, all of us collectively need to be capturing a vastly improved and better vision of the future, right across the board, with every single solitary thing that's going on in the world right now, guys. Technology, how technology is taking over. I'm all for technology, but the way it's taken over, it's not good, guys. We need to rethink all of this, and how we can make it work for us, and how we can make it work for society in general, so we don't become slaves to it. We never envisioned becoming slaves to technology back in the 60s, back in the 70s, when we were thinking about all the things that we would have at this time period, sorting. But that's increasingly what seems to be happening. Okay, you see what I'm saying here, guys? You see everything that I'm trying to get across here in this little chat here now? This is my heart. This is my soul. This is stuff that goes to my heart and mind every single waking moment of my life, guys, for virtually the whole of my life, as far back as I can remember. Okay, and not being able to do anything to manifest this myself personally in practical, tangible things, that I can do and so on, that just kills me. Just contributes to my depression majorly. That my life is ebbing away, and I haven't been able to manifest aspects of this vision myself personally, and figure out a way to be able to do it, sort of thing. It's tough, guys. It's really super tough and depressing to have to work through, sort of thing. But not giving up yet. Can't give up yet. And okay, so I'm going, before this cuts off automatically now, guys, I'm going to cut it off myself, because I only had about an hour and 19 minutes. Now it's an hour and 6 minutes. So yeah, so that's the thing here, guys. What else can I say? What more can I say, guys? Like please start watching my video, or start getting into the conversations, guys, because I once I get on the flow here, once I'm not being distracted with my cat or something going on around me, or thumps or bangs or something else that's preoccupying me, whatever, I can be really relaxed and really get into the flow of things and let the thoughts come to me, what I want to say and what I want to get across, sort of thing. I think I can go relatively deep with a lot of sort of stuff and come up with reasonably good ideas, guys. And I think that I can challenge people. I think I can make people think. I think I can inspire people, to really think outside the box big time, guys. We got to start being visionaries, guys. It's like you got to understand. Gene Roddenberry was a visionary. We had visionaries back in the 60s. We had visionaries back in the 70s. There were probably a handful of visionaries back in the 80s. There may be visionaries in the world today, sort of thing, but I don't see them the same way, sort of thing, trying to do the same sort of thing. Some might argue that Elon Musk is a visionary. Maybe he is, but apparently there's a lot of scandal with him as well. So I don't know. I mean, but with somebody like Gene Roddenberry, he had a vision that he just wanted to uplift the whole of humanity. He was among people that come into this planet, onto this planet periodically, that have this goal to want to lift up the whole of humanity, to lift up the entire planet, to make the entire planet, the whole world, a better place in whatever ways you can try to figure to do it, sort of thing, you know. And we keep snubbing them guys, we keep ignoring them, we keep dismissing them as lunatics, fringe people, crazy people, people out of touch and all the rest of it. They are the most grounded and the most in touch and the deepest, most insightful people you could ever come in contact with, guys, if you ever take the time to sit down and really listen to them and what they have to say. You know, they're far from being crazy, because they don't box themselves in, and because they choose not to become a part of the rat race and the racket, the whole system that's destroying this world. They're pushed to one side and made out to be like the kind of crazy people and all the rest of it. But they're anything but that, guys. They're anything but that. And I think it's time that we all start listening. Like, if you want to listen to me, whatever, I would appreciate it. But it's more just myself, you know. Like, it's time we start listening to these people, guys, and start like taking their advice and start making the changes that need desperately to be. Anyway, I'll leave it there, guys. That's it. Yeah, okay. Hour and 10 minutes, I think that's good. Everyone take care now, guys. God bless, and hope everybody's having a good Pride. I like for people like myself, guys, who are gay and lesbian, who support Israel, to contact me. I'd like to notice there's got to be more gay, lesbian, and liberal-minded people out there that also support Israel. Feel free to contact me, guys. Let us have chats about all that sort of stuff. So I need to support myself. I need to feel like I'm not so alone in this perspective sort of thing. So by all means, do that. And anything else you want to comment on about stuff that I bring up, so on that, by all means, guys. I look forward to all that sort of stuff. Everyone take care. God bless. And over for now, guys. Bye-bye. Love you.